Hello, this is Crisis 169 came coming to you live with another video. I know it's been a while. Had the issues, ground state cracked, had chip too, so had issues last couple of days, week or two, so kind of iffy bringing videos. But ahead right today is late Memorial Day, had a good time with family, barbecue at my house, had a good time. All family came around, so it was a good time. Now, let's get into it. If you've heard or not heard yet that GameStop has ended their 10% off used games. The pioneer of the only thing that made going to GameStop was valuable or worthwhile was buy a bunch of used games and get 10% off that purchase. So you can buy $100 worth of game and get 10% off. Like what? A couple bucks. Well, still, it's a feel good moment to have that type of stuff. And so, what does it mean for GameStop? Of course, it means the very end of GameStop right? This will kill GameStop right away. This will kill GameStop. This will kill GameStop for sure. I give them about 6 months, maybe a year before they finally start shutting down stores, closing down stores, because the used game market is drying up. Okay, and but it's still valuable. It's still a profitable service because companies, Xbox and Sony, Microsoft, and Sony, PlayStation, and Xbox has not come out with, you have any game on you buy digital games on your system, you can trade them in and back it down, and you get a certain amount of money for them. They haven't started that yet. I know games like Steam does that. Certain games allow you to trade in, and then you get the money for them, some pocket money for them, and put only on Steam money, and then you buy the game or whatever you want to do, or buy or use game whatever sale, right? Or sale they have. So, so, so essentially, you are, you know, blowing your foot off, simultaneously blowing the back of your scalp off. Blowing your foot off, and then you can run around committing suicide, right? What GameStop is doing. And of course, they say what the hell's going on with it. The better answer is, what the hell are they thinking? Because the used game market has been very profitable for GameStop since the 5th, 6th, 7th gen. They've been very profitable, and even the late 7th gen was very profitable. But with the overallness lackluster of CEO leaving, of course, nobody cared about that one, and the changes they had with the elite card that I got, I spent $30 and got 20% off. They got rid of that in a little less than a year, maybe 4 or 5 months, maybe they got rid of it. They had the Edge card, and they had the Power card, and they had the, it's that same thing. The difference is, you enter your number and swipe that card, you got 10% off all the games you bought. Be one game or be 5 games, it doesn't matter. They get rid of that, and they give you like a $5 certificate that you have to use that month or it goes away. It's really stupid. See, they're trying to cut corners. They're cutting corners to save money. The problem is they're losing more money because now they're going to be paying the managers all this money to stand around an empty store and shuffle around games for nothing practically. A customer that buys a game will probably buy a cheap game for a couple bucks at least. Not buy a $60 game where you can go buy it at Walmart. I've seen games cheaper at Walmart than at GameStop. Hang My Team Collection. They've been out for a couple years. It's like $29 when I bought it at Walmart. It's like so 40 or 50 or 60. Even used, it was still expensive. So I only buy at Walmart. I bought at Walmart a couple years ago. Maybe about a year or so ago. I had it before when it came out, but I traded it in because, just it didn't work. But I got, good amount of money, whatever. But the fact is, though, GameStop is cutting their own throat and blowing their brains out at the same time. They don't understand what they're doing. It's not a shotgun blast in the mouth and the brains on, they're dead completely out. But it is a mortal wound. They are going to die. Eventually, they will die. They will die a very painful and excruciating death. And employees who saw that, some people I know, are probably sending resumes out right now trying to get out. And if you're a GameStop employee, get out now. Don't leave when you file that serious people. Some Toys R Us didn't file for a job until almost 2 weeks before they went under. You can't do that. You got to start filing before looking for a job for that. If you're desperate, they'll pay you $5 an hour if they could. Whatever. Pay somebody else for $20 an hour. So you know what I'm trying to say? You have to know when to leave. And a few of my friends are there have been there for careers. They're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 years in. Some were running Rhino Games. Rhino Games before got bought out by GameStop for no GameStop. And the one in the mall, that's her mall. A friend of Jefferson who ran it, passed away of cancer a couple of years ago. Very sad. Very great man to be around. Had a little beef with him about the GameStop policy, mistreated me or whatever, but I forgave him before him. Water under the bridge. About a year or two before he died, and so I felt, I felt like I vindicated him, vindicated me, kind of thing, and that's fine. Jefferson's a great guy, and I do miss him in the GameStop because I used to go there all the time. I bought 360 from him. I bought my first 360 arcade. And I bought I bought a $90 used 128 hard drive. Don't know why. Kind of stupid, huh? But I was young at the time. I had money, and of course he's like, well, and he's like, no, you can buy this for it's pro for $400, $200, and I'll buy this. I look at the door, and he's like, that's cool, Mark. No big deal. And that's good memories I have of GameStop. I have good memories of GameStop. Midnight releases with friends and playing cards on the floor of the mall or whatever, or at the GameStop over in Madison Street, next to Walmart. Just, having friends over and we're talking every time, waiting for Call of Duty or whatever, Halo game came out, or whatever it was that came out. It was fun, and I'm going to miss those days. But GameStop at 10% taken away, it's going to kill that. Yes, GameStop will die anyway. GameStop will die. Because they're not going to sell the Xbox One S Sad Edition because it's stupid for them to sell it. It'd be kind of dumb. It'd be like an AA meeting or an AA meeting, and they're serving alcohol, beer, liquor, whatever, and you're an alcoholic. It's kind of silly, right? So that's the exact analogy. They sold Steam boxes. It's kind of stupid, but that was one of the ventures they were running. The cell phone service was good. They had part quicker. I got a quicker phone from the GameStop I went to now. And I thought it was a great phone. It's issues now, quicker service, because I'm sure it's not really good in my area for some reason. But just one of those things. But yeah, it just seems like it's harder for me to understand what GameStop's doing. They do good things like you do that 6 months. When you do that, 6 months, rental of used games. And after 6 months, you have to keep what game you've got. It's fun. I tried the Elite card, $20, $30, a whole year, and you get 20% off all discount, extra 20%. You can get even double. Because one person went in there, they got 40%. You got more money back. Of course, you got cash, but in most cases they'll get store credit, and it's more money for them. And what they did with Days Gone, get like the game, get $9.99 back on credit only. Store credit. I think it'd be good. They did that every game bought. Used or brand new, or mostly brand new games. like it, return it. Say after 3 days. If you haven't played no more than say an hour of it, or so you can't tell. But let's say you had no more than say 3 days. So if you got on Friday, turn it back before Monday. Say before Monday at noon or whatever. Now people will be speed playing through it, beating it. Probably in an easy setting, whatever. They're getting their game fixed, and the GameStop's still getting money back practically. So they're not really losing anything there. They're not really losing anything because they're still getting the money back. So they're still saving money in a sense. Because people buy a console, people buy this and the other. So that's if you can't return in 72 hours or return it all really unless there's something wrong with it. If you did, whatever. That's things that people have to understand. And that's not something that people have to understand. That it's understandable to have that type of what the hell are they doing kind of response because they're taking away the 10% and giving you $5 that you can't double stack. You can't stack them. You could stack them maybe 2 months, $10, maybe. But still it'd be kind of silly because 10% off, you can buy a game every day, 10% off. You can only use that coupon one time and that's it. So essentially you're not saving anything. It's like $20 more, like what, 14, like $5, $6 more. Going to $20. So essentially you're paying $5 more and getting less. If they add, a 12% discount or 15% discount and $5 more, okay, fine. And you get 5% more, paying $5 more, it evens out. I think what GameStop is doing is they're trying to hemorrhage money. The problem is they're going the wrong way about it. They're going to hemorrhage money, then hate to say this, they gotta find store locations to close to close one of those down. And the mall governors per mall, they had 2 of them in one mall. The main interest is here. Walk in, GameStop there. You walk down a little ways, GameStop over there. It used to be the old Badges. The other GameStop used to be called Electronic Boutique, EB, Electronic Boutique. So you get 2 game stores in one. Badges, that was bought up by GameStop, obviously. That was a good place to go to. It was small, like a little shack opened up, like a little window, screen thing opened up like that. It was very small compared to the game one on the other side, but it had a good business too. And a friend of mine, Charles, we went to that one when it came GameStop. That was his GameStop. I went to the one closer to the door, and we used to talk to a little bit and talk a little about work and whatever. We used to work together and lumber and stuff. And I didn't want to ways. He bought his game, I bought mine. Call of Duty or whatever he bought. I bought Halo or whatever. I bought Call of Duty too sometimes. I went home and played it. I don't know. Yeah, because we work next day early, so But that's a memory of having games time. Fun. But the props, the system issue with me is GameStop doing everything wrong all the time. And there's no reason for this. There's no reason for GameStop to be having all these problems unless they really don't understand what they're doing. And the CEO, that's not a problem. To me, they're going private here is interesting for them. But getting rid of 10% is stupid. If they made it 20%, or new standard 15%, and during Christmas time, holiday season, it'd be 20% special deals. We'll add 5% special deals. That'd be great, but it's gonna cost you $20 for this year. Okay, fine, money, because then you're getting more. Like my job, I have an employee card. I get 10% off, and certain time I get 20% off. Certain things. During holidays, I get 20% off. I think I might play a couple of guys. Not working distribution, so it's a big difference for me. Like I can use things I want to. And I can go to Iowa and use it at a store there. It doesn't matter. It's the exact same. Okay. point being, the point being, though is GameStop is blowing the brains out, shooting on the foot, and cutting on the throat at the same time. They're committing suicide and doing an accidental shooting. They shot on the foot to me when they got rid of the couple things. Cell phone company wasn't working out too well, so I understand that. But the elite card and the rental thing, they should have used that more often. Instead of scrapping it halfway down and 96 months into it. Cutting their throat is by taking their managers and lowering their pay or cutting benefits they had or whatever it was. And then and making them hourly instead of salary, they're losing more money. So now they have to work, 39.99 hours where they get written up for over, and I've heard about this. That's cutting their throat. And blowing their brains out is doing this 10% cracking and getting rid of it. Because throat wound, you can, it's slow, but you'll still die. But take care of blowing the brains out, just ending it all together. And that's what they're doing now. And people who are GameStop, if you're listening to this, if you even care what I have to say, hashtag get out. Get out of Dodge. Hashtag get out of Dodge. Because you're going to have a hard time explaining to your family why you lost your job, you can't get a new one. The calling company you worked for 10, 15 years at a GameStop. Your assistant store manager or store leader, or what you want to call yourself, or store leader or district leader, and now you're unemployed. Because your company goes, goes belly up. And that's the problem a lot of people are having. That people just don't understand why GameStop is having that issue. And what's going on with GameStop. It's very simple. They overextended themselves. They didn't pay attention to what people were saying. They didn't understand what people were saying. Okay? They didn't understand what people were going. They didn't understand what happened. GameStop was doing the same old, Rick and Morty screw job that they'd done before. They didn't care about the people. Power to the players is nothing, because now you're taking away the only asset the players had. 10% off was good. Used game, good. I got $40. I got how much money I get paid. But I'm gonna buy a game. My bills paid off. I have gas in the car. I have a gas card, Walmart, whatever. Blah blah blah. I have my my food card at work taken care of. No problem. Bills paid off the month. I got about 40, $50. I'm gonna buy a game. 10% off. I'm gonna buy this Halo Master Collection. Buy this whatever game, Call of Duty game, whatever. Oh, I got a sale. I can get 2 games. These games, and hey, cool. I have a Switch or I have a PlayStation or I have an Xbox, whatever. I'll buy this Halo and I'll buy this, whatever. And I'll go and play it. That's some games, And that's something that people didn't like. If you're on a budget, you use games at GameStop, we're a budget title. Now granted, the newer games that came out will be $45, $55. Now, if GameStop lowered the price down of used games, what could help them recover some losses to me would be interesting. But take a game for Spider-Man now, still $60. God of War still $60. And so they got it in their store, used. They gave the customer, say, $30. Turn around and sell for $40 used instead of $55. Well, what money? No. Here's what's going to happen. And it's kind of economic too. I'm looking at I have Princeton Pro or Slim, one of the base model I got $50 here. I'll leave a sale. I buy one used game, get one free. I'll buy a Spider-Man $40 used, $60 brand new. I can't afford $60. For $40, I got $50. I'll buy this 41. Now, it won't come with DLC, but I can buy that later on down the line. Whatever. Okay? Oh, yeah, I get this other game too. I get this other game. Oh, Uncharted series. Great collection. It's $10 or $20. Now if it says, let's say it says under $20 or $20 under free. Let's see that, and you know it has those occasionally. So I'll buy this used game here and get one when I see used copy of Uncharted collection. I'll buy that. That's 3 games in one. I got 4 games. Yay. Cha-ching, more money. And they're clearing out the stock of their old games they don't want anymore. And they're making profit now. Because now they're not greedy. See, 45, $55 is greedy. $5 less than retail. You can go to Walmart and get a brand new game probably cheaper. Go online and get cheaper on Amazon Prime. That's brand new, unopened. Used games are coming down in prices. That means you're paying $30 to $40 for like a Spider-Man or Last of Us 2. Why you go trade that in if it comes out? Or Days Gone 2, Days Gone, whatever. You know what? Then bite the bullet, GameStop, and accept it. Because you're going to kill yourself what you're going to do. You're going to blow your brain. You already cut your throat and shot your foot. Now you're going to blow your brains out too in the process. Because that way, I got a 5% and a $5 discount. I'll make it a little less than that. So now it's only $35 for me. GameStop still against their sale. On Inflation Plus. Play online. I'll buy that next. Oh, I can get one for. They have a deal, or whatever it is. And you buy Inflation Plus. That's one way we use that at GameStop. So you can add on sales. The problem with GameStop is you rush in there. You're being rushed by people. You want an Edge card, you want a game card, you want a Game Informer, you want all this stuff. You gotta have it now. That is what they're doing. You gotta have Game Informer now. You gotta sign up for this. This is what they're doing. What the psychos. Okay? The psychos running around. Okay? What happens is it makes them look like you're already deranged and lost, but also it makes people turn off to them. Why? Very simple. They don't want to deal with the BS. They don't want to deal with the garbage, with the overall garbage. They don't want to deal with the overallness. It's just something that has to be done, kind of thing. It's harder. It's like an analogy. You can bring the horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You can tell people that GameStop is evil, but people shop there because people don't care. Or buying games online is, the death of the GameStop. People don't care because they'd rather have GameStop going. Some people would want to, rather watch GameStop burn to the ground than actually give a damn about the employee from there. They've been dissed by GameStop or whatever. And I'm not, I ain't one of those cats. But I understand. I've had issues with GameStop. I never want them to be, to burn to the ground or anything. But this is burning them to the ground. This is like GameStop is made of matchsticks, and they're lighting their own matchsticks on fire, and they're burning their own company to the ground, and they don't seem to care or understand what they're doing. And that kind of bugs me a little bit because it makes me feel like GameStop, is losing their minds a little bit. Is losing their minds. Is having a delusional mind episode. They don't understand, and that's the problem. That's a big problem because it's an issue that people don't understand, that people can't understand and won't understand. And it's hard to tell people that. It's hard to tell people how to make it work. You know what I mean? How to make it work. How do you make GameStop profitable again? And I don't think you can. I think GameStop is finally down that slope. They're doing the nosedive and they can't pull up. They had awful times. an updraft trying to help them, but they never catch them. They never catch the wave, so to speak. And they kept going down that path of going down the road of soon they'll path of Ollie and die. And what they're doing. And the casualties are going to be not the billionaires and not people who have gold parachute falling out of another company, be the employees who, just like Toys R Us, with $1 billion parachutes to the executives and meager cash out for some of the employees filing. Probably help them for a couple months, maybe, if they're smart with it. And Sears, same with Sears, shut down a lot of stores. Those parachutes, were not for the employees, they're for the executives who are more important. So they can float out to another company and destroy that company. And GameStop is the exact same issue. It ain't going to be power of the players. It's power of the wallet, power of the executive, power of how much money you spend in our store. I mean, literally, if you buy only one thing, I've seen times when I bought from GameStop where people think that else is nothing. If I bought just one thing and left, yeah, because they know, their basic demographic is you're going to spend money here. That's something that nobody understands, and that's something that people just don't get. And I guess that makes sense to some people, but it doesn't to me. It makes me feel like GameStop is just trying to put that so executives can jump off like on Battlefield 4, when on that Tokyo or China map, and the building comes down and jump off the parachute, and you see the building go pretty cool. That is what GameStop is doing. Executives jumping off the top of the building, and people parachuting are employees who work for the company. All the way to the little scruffy guy who just got hired 2 weeks ago, who has no clue what's going on, but likes playing games. Maybe he's doing more cleaning and organizing than playing games, obviously. But that's the thing that people don't understand. That other games, every company is. Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, GameStop, they're all that way. But these companies I mentioned outside GameStop are thriving. Lowe's and Home Depot are thriving great in their businesses. Walmart is just kicking it. Amazon is just killing everything. But there's so much established companies like Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, Samco that Amazon can't smite down these companies. Like they could have if it was 10, 20 years earlier. So GameStop is falling victim to their own design. They're only designed for you to use games. They never understood the full picture of digital games. It was like, digital games? Not going to happen. 20 years later, here's your sign. And I know Floyd has been talking about it. Man is talking about it. GameStop's still like, nothing will happen. It happens. And then they get all mad and pissy. Because now they have to deal with the fact, that they have an issue with GameStop. GameStop being as it is, will probably be dead in about 6 months to a year. They'll start closing down stores for 6 months to a year. And maybe a year after that, they'll completely go out of business. In about 2 years altogether. A year and a half, 2 years. They'll be, fluctuating and thriving and trying to, but it's too late. Unless they, change their policies on used games and sell them cheaper, like they probably would never do. Maybe have more deals when you buy this game $50, we'll give you a $25 game or $30 game free or whatever. Something, or half price or something like that. They make money come in again. Make GameStop great again. It ain't gonna happen. Because like America, GameStop is a one-dimensional entity. But America has multiple cultures, multiple areas. One fails, there's still plenty there to keep up with it. GameStop fails, it's gone. It's like a sparkler. After a while, sparkler of GameStop has been going good for years. But a while, you get to the end, just be smoke, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's why GameStop is going to be dead in about, I think, about 2 years. Year and a half, 2 years, they'll be fully dead and gone. Now, shutting the store down probably 6 months or so, probably. That's right. So, we have two GameStops here in Clarksville. We have two GameStops in Wayne, Iowa. Two GameStops here. We're going to close down one of these stores. Which one is the best store? Oh, the one over in the mall is better. The one over here is not. Time to go. There's no flood over the exit, 4, and maybe we'd be more traffic. But then again, people will be more angry because now you have to wait in line longer. People are going to shop. They're going to shop online. So again, GameStop's going to kill itself. Because now you have all people going to a mall store that doesn't hold a couple hundred people. The one I go to after 11 can hold a lot of people because it's bigger. So what happens? They shut down the store tomorrow. Kind of stupid. So those two might be open for a reason because demographically you have two different types of areas. And that's what people don't understand. It's hard to explain to people who don't understand it. If you understand it, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, then trust me, GameStop will be dead in about a year or two. Probably 100% dead in about 2 years. So if you're going to pre-order a PS5, I don't want to pre-order from GameStop. Because you probably go in one day and see a sign closed and your money be gone. Or see a sign going out of business and get your money back. They're pulling teeth to get your money back right away. But that's saying something, That's saying something. It's not as easy as people says it is. And it does have and that's why and that's why we have issues like that. That's why you have issues like that. That's why you have issues a lot of times like that. You have issues like that. And you have issues. There's only much you can do about it. Because GameStop's going to be dead, guys. I know I talked about it for 13 minutes now. It's a long time. I appreciate you guys listening to the video, but GameStop's going to be gone in about 2 years. It's sad. Some of my friends work there. If you're in GameStop now, you might want to start looking for a new job. I know you like the job you're at. I guarantee you won't be that much longer. You just started at GameStop. My condolences. You can leave about 6 packing your bags to come outside for a year out there anyway. So I went to work there for an hour, hope as long as you can, but keep applying for jobs. Okay, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever, get out, you're doing a thriving company. Then you can go from there. Yeah, guys, my video, like, subscribe, turn notifications on to know when my videos are available. I do appreciate you guys. I know I've been down for a while, but like I said, I had two teeth issues. I had to get a root canal on the top one here. It's affecting my whole mouth because it's still sore. Hey, that happened 2 weeks ago, so I brushed it a little bit. I shouldn't have brushed it at all, but I'm trying to keep myself healthy. I have a crown. Crown's on my back mouth here because back teeth are hard to clean for anybody that matters who you are, but whatever. It is what it is, right? I have no problem with it. I've had crowns before. I had crowns down my mouth, so my first 3 back teeth are all metal crowns, so and spot of the ear here, spots everywhere. So that's why I haven't been on that much. But yeah, like, subscribe, turn notifications on when you know my videos come available. Appreciate you guys. So like, subscribe. I'll help you guys later. Peace out.